What is up, boyos? It's Water Buffalo Man here, back for more Ark Survival Ascended. Alright, so I remember last time that I recorded, which was actually just earlier today, I told you guys we're looking for some Rexes. And we may have found one. I found a high level one up here. It was a 150. I don't know if it's still here, but we got some good news and some bad news really quickly before I jump in. Good news is we have the Thorny Dragon. Bad news, the Additons died. So that's the Thorny Dragon we ended up with. It's pretty decent, but the Additons died. It got attacked by a pack of Allosauruses. But really quickly though, if you guys are enjoying this content and like to see more Ark Survival Ascended, would like to see some more news, would like to see even the series expand even more into vast maps like Ragnarok, the Center, things like that, not necessarily canonical maps, make sure to hit that like button below as well as press that big red subscribe button and let me know in the comment section below if you guys are enjoying this, because it helps me out a lot, especially being a smaller channel. Every little interaction, every little thing you guys can do to help make the videos more interesting helps the channel grow. But thank you guys, and I'm sorry that was such a weird intro thing. I'm trying something new. Not sure how I feel about it. We'll figure it out as we go. But, alright, so back to the game. There's a Rex up here. Hopefully we can tame it. I believe it's a 150. I don't remember if it's still there. Jace has been on. I don't know if he's tamed it, but it was up here when I had looked earlier this morning right after we tamed the Additons. Apologize, I was getting a quick drink of water from my circle cup. I got the Berry Blue Punch Circle Go Sip, by the way. In case you guys were for some reason interested in what I'm drinking right now. But we are heading to the northern region of the map, northwestern kind of. I'm going to try to get our hands on a Rex. Like I said, if we can get our hands on a couple Rexes, that'd be pretty cool. I do know where there is a world boss. The Golem is over that direction, the way that we're facing right now. I did see one again, roughly near my metal spot, but not exactly on the metal spot. So that's kind of interesting. We're going to have to eventually go try and fight one of those. But I don't know how we're going to have to do it. We'll probably have to do it with a pack of Thylas to get the bleed off. But either way, there's a Rex over here, and we want it. We do have 81 tranquilizer darts. I'm hoping that'll be enough. It should be at 121%. So we'll have to see when we actually get there and find out. But it being a 150, and we do have mutton, as you guys can see. We do have some mutton in our inventory. So hopefully we can tame this thing really quickly, really efficiently, get it brought back to base, and then hopefully find another one really soon as well. So I'd like to really get moving forward. I did see pyromanes, in the trench over there, but with there being no water in there for you to tame them with, I honestly don't know how I'm supposed to. I'm still tempted to get one, since we haven't used a pyromane yet. But I'm also kind of iffy on if I want to get a pyromane or not, because of the fact that they're just going to end up not being used because I have no way to tame it, for one. And two, I feel like it's too close to a pseudo for me to try to want to use it against the, what's the word I'm looking for? The Manticore. So let's actually bring out our gene scanner, and this will tell me where the Rex, that's an Avis, it's not what I need. I was tracking another Avis earlier to get the RTX, to get the mutton that we have, because I actually planned on doing this video a little bit earlier in the day, but I took the dog out for a walk really quick before I hopped in and did this video. So took out my own T-Rex for a walk, and now we're gonna try to go tame a T-Rex. So it kind of works pretty perfectly. It should be right over this way if I do remember. It's only a normal Rex, but if we can find an Arkology Rex, I would like to breed them together to try to get an Arkology variant. It should be right up here if I remember right. It wasn't too much farther this direction. There's some aloes, there's some thorny dragons. I thought it was right over here. Maybe, did it move beyond the hill? Because they do move far. Yeah, it had to have gone this way. Because it was up this direction in this whole, like, top left corner. So apparently Rexes do and can and do spawn up here. Yeah, yep, right there. Is that it? Yep, that is it. That is the 150 T-Rex that I was talking about. It's got some decent stats and some really good colors. I really like the color on it. So we're going to attempt to tame this really fast. But first, let's shoot ourselves to right there, so we can hang above it. I like the little green undercarriage it's got. So that's pretty nice. Let's get some headshots in on it. Okay, so 15k torpor. We should have more than enough arrows, darts, as long as we can continue to hit it. And it doesn't run. I didn't want to trap it, but we may end up... I don't want to have to chase this thing down. We might have to. That's if it's circling back. Is this thing circling back to us? I believe it is. So let's try to put some more darts into this. Yep, got that one. That's perfect. Can we get a headshot? Just missed. All right. So its torpor is dropping pretty quick, but if we can get some cheeky headshots in here, we should be a-okay. Oh, it thinks it can bite me, so this might be able to keep it right in place. This could be really good. If it thinks it can bite me, it might stay right where it just was. No, it fell. Okay. If we could put some extra arrows, I can't net gun it. That is confirmed. I cannot net gun this guy. Or this lady, should I say. That should hit. No question. I might have to bring out the Theory and chase it. Yeah, that's what's gonna have to happen. The Theory? Thyla. Because it's not gonna allow me to sit there and just trank it out a bunch of times. So I'm gonna have to physically chase this guy and just keep peppering it. It shouldn't hit us too hard. With how high of an armor we have on with the saddle, we should be a-okay. I should just be able to sit here and keep biting it. Yeah, alright, we're fine. It's only hitting 40 damage. We can hold it off for a little bit here. And as long as I can keep getting some good headshots in, we'll be fine. Oh yeah, perfect. I don't think we can net gun this guy. I don't believe so. I think its Carnos are smaller. Maybe. I'll have to give it a shot here in a second. Let me see. Can we net gun this guy? I don't believe so. No, we cannot. Okay. Kind of expected. Torpor is going back down now. Alright, so let's pepper some more darts into it. Continue to raise its torpor, because this thing does look pretty good in terms of points. It's got 29 into melee already to start with, which is kind of pretty good. So it could possibly push a 40 piece. We're going to have to just sit there and keep eating shots straight up. Only way we're going to be able to tame this thing and get headshots at the same time. But the headshots are going to be our best friend. Only thing I'm a little bit worried about, and I do mean like actually worried, is there's a bunch of aloes in the vicinity, so I don't want them actively attacking me like it just happened. Because this is what I was worried about. With these guys right here, there's a whole pack of allosauruses, and I knew they were here too. I was worried about this, but we should be fine to start taking them out. Because now we got to get back up to that Rex. Is it thinking it's hitting me? Because if that thing thinks it's hitting me from up there, I could stay right underneath it and keep shooting it. Come on, I gotta take out this other aloe. This is the only thing about this map that sucks, is there's constant aloes everywhere. Dude, die already. Come on, you're bleeding like crazy. Come on. You gotta be close to dying. You're not hitting any damage compared to what I'm hitting. Thank you. Oh, the Rex is hitting me. Bro was actually hitting me from up there. How is that a thing? Alright. That's cool. Cool to know. I didn't think he could actually hit me from that angle, but apparently he can. That's a headshot. We take those. It's not torpor running, so I gotta make sure I pepper some headshots in. That's a weird headshot. We gotta keep an eye on our health. We're sitting at 2200. We're alright right now in terms of health. We took a lot from that that pack of aloes really did a lot of damage to us with that bleed. It kind of put us in a really bad position. I can't risk hopping off this guy just yet. I gotta trank this guy out. Like, that's the only option I have is to trank this guy out. Just gotta let the Theory eat, which he's kind of actually doing pretty good at. Alright, that should be a torpor run, actually, right? I think we're close enough that it should start torpor running. They're only about 3,000 torpor away. So we should be good. And if we can tame this, this is a max level. I'm not gonna complain about a max level Rex. That should have been... Okay, that should have been a headshot, but alright. That missed? Alright. The fire rate on this thing should be a lot... Like, not fire rate, the bullet velocity should be a lot faster than what it looks like, but apparently not. Alright, so we're about to knock this guy out. We should get it down here any second. We... got a headshot on it. Let's go. I was gonna say, we should get some pretty decent stats, hopefully. So we're only getting about 200 torpor from each dart to the body. And then there's a residual carryover, so we're kind of close. but not yet. We're almost there. I need it, if it could turn just a little bit more, that should be enough. That truthfully should be enough. Are you gonna go down? Let's see, that should be it. Nope. That is it. Dang it. I didn't want to have to waste that extra arrow. But we did. Or arrow. Dart. That extra dart. So this guy should take what? Let's see. I'm using Dodo decks as well, by the way, guys. I may start doing something where I put like a little excerpt of Dodo decks on the screen of what we're taming. So for a Rex, it will take us about 14 pieces of mutton to tame this guy. So let's go ahead and shove, say, 16 just to cover our butts a little bit. Just in case those two do happen to go bad and spoil, we'll still have that as a background. So now we have that being tamed. That's insane. Let's hope we can get some pretty good stats out of that. Nothing will generally attack a Rex, really. So that's kind of unsafe lock and key right there. At 29 points into melee, if we can get 11 to 12, that'll put us at 41, 42. That's fine. And I'm not going to say no if it wants to go even higher. But we're looking for close to 40 points. I would have liked to have a Rex with higher melee, but that's not going to happen. You have to get really, really lucky for one of those to appear. But here's a decent little metal spot. I think I actually at one point in time lived over here, if I do recall right. Gene and I lived up in this area. We found this spot because nobody had lived here on Scorch, so we were like, yeah, we'll take it. Is that a Uti? That is a Uti. It's a 50. Oh, that's terrible. If we find a high-level Uti, I may be interested in taming one of those. I am very interested in taming an aloe, though, as well. I'm not going to lie to you. Using a pack of, like, 4 aloes for the bleed. And then using the rest of them, like Rex's, Uti, and Additons kind of thing. But I'm not entirely sure what I would like to do with that concept yet. But I do want to tame a Rex. That's confirmed, because now we're clearly taming one. But that is what we want to do. So, let's see. Can we get another one? 1 or 2 more Rexes would be ideal. I don't think we're going to find any here. Oh, maybe. It says there's one this direction, so you never know. We're going... Okay, we're going towards the right side of the map. There could be one anywhere along this little pathway here. So it went up at about 7%, I do believe. Let me do a look here really quick. 7%. Yeah, so 10 of them would be 70. Oh, yeah, so we have just 14. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, so that should be just enough to get it. And I believe the Rex is right below us right now. Let's see, what level are you? That's a level 60. Yeah, you're terrible. That's a Uti. What level are you? That's a 145. That's interesting. That is very interesting. I do. What is my language? What is my English? What am I saying? I do. Wow, that was terrible. I do really like a high-level Uti, though. But that's one of those you really want to go in with kibble. But I really don't need to try to do the kibble farm right now. Honestly, I don't. At this point, we have what we need in terms of like mutton and everything. That is a 140. We may end up knocking you out there, bud. Hang on a second. Nope, you have your buff. And that's an Alpha Theory. Yeah, no, we are not about to mess with you. You will completely destroy us. Alright, so on to the next one. Let's keep going. There's a lot of alpha creatures on this map, I've noticed, but that's probably due to the fact that there's no woolly mammoths. Because I noticed that a lot of red drop in front of us, we're going to go towards that now, that woolly mammoths generally took a lot of the alpha spots on the previous map. That and on Astraeus. So I think that those guys generally have priority in terms of alphas. Don't know if that's a fact or anything, but I do believe that to be the case. Yeah, that's back towards our Rex. Okay. Let's grab this red drop, hope it's something decent, and we'll go check the river and see if we can find anything else there. Because I'm tempted, like I said, I'm tempted to tame a couple Rexes. This is a terrible drop. Like I said, you can get black pearls from these. I'll take the substrate and the medical brew. It's always good to have. Oh, wow, I didn't equip my backpack. I jumped right into the video and didn't even equip the backpack. Can I equip the backpack, please? There we go. Alright, let's roll. Alright, you can run into rhinos through here if you have this mod on, the Arkology mod. I'm tempted to get one. I really am, just because of the fact that I can pick things up and use the traps for it. Oh, Titanosaur again? Are you another one falling from the sky? Yeah, you are. Okay, you're the same one. Yeah. Let's see. I don't believe Rexes spawn all the way up here. I know they spawn more towards the bottom of this ravine, about where we died. So yeah, we died because I got stuck in the floor of the base. That's another big issue I've noticed with the Oasis base. If I don't lay in a bed and I log off, I spawn inside the floor sometimes. Not all the times, but sometimes. Do we have a drop here? Is this down already? Because there's 2 yellow drops pretty much right next to each other, which is one of the weirdest situations I've ever actually seen. Yeah, these 2 are coming down at the exact same time right next to one another. That's nuts. Normally I'd stay around and try to grab those. But with us kind of in a bit of a rush to get a Rex, I kind of want to do Scorched Earth in under 20 episodes. Like, that is kind of my plan, is 20 episodes or less. Because we did the island in 25. 24, 25. I'm thinking we can do this in under 20. And mind you, I don't count like me sitting there grinding up all the metal off screen as like towards the episodes, because that'd be kind of tedious for me to sit there and just grind up the metal or grind up all the resources in video format for you guys. Unless if you want to see something like that, which I doubt anybody wants to sit there and watch someone swing an Anki for 15 minutes with no commentary. That probably would get boring really quick. But 25 episodes was not terrible, 25, 26. And if we could beat this in 10 to 20, 20 being my limit, I'd be really excited about that. Because my goal has always been, I never stated it, but my goal has always been to try to beat all the 4 maps we have now in under 100 episodes. Mind you, this is within reason, because like I said, I'm doing a lot of grinding off screen, but within 100 episodes, I wanted to have everything done. Aberration, I do believe, is going to be one of my hardest challenges, as well as I know for a fact Extinction is going to be ridiculously hard, because we have to not only beat the boss on all 3 difficulties, Gamma, Beta, and Alpha. You have to unlock the next one. We then, in turn, have to beat the Primal Desolatitan, Gamma, Beta, Alpha, and the Overseer's Desolatitan as well in that end of that series. Because I don't know when and if, or not when and if, when and how Lost Colony is going to drop, because we think it's November. We don't know for certain, and it's wildcard. Anything can change. And with Astraeus coming, that's going to put us behind a little bit in terms of videos for this. Not Astraeus coming, with the Astraeus update coming, we have Ragnarok as well, Valguero as well in probably August. Which once Valguero comes, I'm definitely going to be adding that to the cluster. We have a couple, like I said, we have a couple things coming that are going to probably give us some pushback for videos, because Rag's going to be probably a whole new series. Valguero is going to be a whole new series. We're going to explore Astraeus, the new map and region that drops. That's definitely going to be happening there. So we have quite a bit that's coming in like July and forward. So that's why I'd like to be at least halfway through AB, or almost done with AB by the time those drop, which could be in the end of June, could be the beginning of June. And that gives us just over a month between now and then to do it. How's our Rex coming along? 28%. Okay. It's doing all right. Ooh, Rex again. What level are you? 135 female. We are going to tame you just because you're a 135. That is... Do I have enough? I don't. I don't have enough narcotic or trank arrows. Let's go get some more trank arrows really quick. I thought I had enough. I only have 30. So let's float up to base. We know where that one is roughly. It's in the ravine right there. And it's a 135. The stats look kind of terrible, but I feel like we should try to tame that. But give me a second, and I will bring you guys back once we get down there, because I probably got to make some more trank arrows. And I honestly can't see a thing right now because of the fact that this is all like foggy and everything. But give me a second. Whoa. Alright guys, we're back, and as I'm getting ready to fly away, a yellow drop with a red ring is coming down right on that Morellatops, about 2 inches from the base. That's insane. I'm not going to complain about that. But let's go get this Rex. I did make 4 stone gateways, just to do a basic little trap. So we're going to stand there and probably eat the damage on the back of this Tapehara. We're going to trap him in it, or her in it, I don't remember what it was. And then we're going to try to just knock it out. I did as well bring the bow with some trank arrows because I know we don't have enough. I don't have enough stuff made right now, and I didn't want to take the time to sit there and grind out the narcotic because I need berries, and I don't have the berries right now to make that. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go about it this way. I have those extra arrows because I've been grabbing every arrow I can, every narcotic I can when I see it. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do it this way. All right, come on, back up. Yep, right there. I need you to come a little bit closer to me, buddy. I'm just out of range. Are you serious? It's just because every time he bites, I get pushed back. I hate trying to trap these things. And there it is. There's the trap. I think it is actually perfectly trapped. Yes, it is. No, can you fly? Why can you fly? You should not be able to fly. Why are you flying? How are you flying? I didn't know T-Rexes could fly. How are you... Bro, really? Bro, how? How are you flying? How are you flying? I may have to just utilize the trap as like a shield kind of thing. Because bro just like completely went through my trap. Let me see if I can do arm structure pickup right there. I'm gonna have to try this again. I don't know how it did it, but the T-Rex somehow went through my trap. Okay, like I said, I'm not the greatest at building traps. Normally I just net gun everything. Did I destroy my storages? I think I did. I think I destroyed my trap instead of picking it up. Wait, did I? Or did I put it in the... Oh no, it goes inside the Thyla. That's right. Hopefully that works. I don't think that'll work right, but I may have to deal with it. So let's see. Let me see if I can pick this piece up. Like I said, I'm not good at trap building. Not in any way, shape, or form. But I'm utilizing the Doeds getting attacked right now to my advantage, because if we can trap this thing up, which I think we did. I actually think we pulled this off finally. Let's find out. Like I said, I'm terrible at trap building. It's never been my strong suit. But we're going to have to probably take the Doeds out once we knock this guy out. Are we not getting headshots on this thing? Where's the headshot? Multiplier right there. Right there. Once it starts the torpor run is probably when I'll focus on taking out the Doeds. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to climb out of that. You should be trapped in there. There should be no reason for you to get out of that. Yeah, perfect. Why do I feel like we're doing so much less torpor with these arrows? This is 168% bow, but I feel like we're doing so much less torpor. We are. We're doing drastically less. This is the episode of the Rexes, apparently. We're like tanked out 2 of them already. Sadly, they're both female, so we'll see which one gets the better stats. It's looking like the other one is. I'd like to use the Arkology. That just missed. Are you serious? That hit the side of the thing? Yeah, no, it's definitely headshots are 48 damage. That's kind of terrible, honestly. Because we're not getting much torpor at all. I don't want to waste my trank darts if I don't need to. Because we're definitely going to have to utilize those if we see another Rex. This is the first high-level Rex we've seen down this par, other than the 140 and 145 that I think Jace saw down here. But I'll bring you guys back in a minute. Nah, I won't. I'll just sit here and keep tranking this thing in the face. You know the funniest thing? I've thought about adding in, like, the other Tyrannosauruses that they have in the game, like the Paleoarch version. But I don't want to mix Paleoarch and Arkology, because this is like the ultimate Arkology series is what we're doing. I've always honestly, and I say this as truthfully as possible, I've never really utilized Rexes for bosses. I usually always end up doing, mind you, this is with me doing like a huge cluster, so I have access to every map. I usually end up doing like whatever the strongest creature at that time in the game is. So pseudos for us right now. Back in the day, it was Shadowmanes or whatever we could find then that was good. So like I always ended up like mixing in different creatures. I never actually sat there and was like, you know what, let's use Rexes. That was always just like a on the back burner kind of thing. It was like if we get some, we get some. We don't kind of. But now I do have respect for Rexes. The Rexes are one of are so iconic for this game, and it's just insane that they're just so overlooked. They do. I truthfully believe they need some sort of TLC, not necessarily just to make them stronger. They need to be more terrifying than what they are. Like they are. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Early game, absolutely terrifying. Mid game, not at all, really. If you have anything, a level. I mean, if you have any kind of decent creature, even a 135 Rex isn't going to terrify you the same way a like Giga or something. Well, I understand the point Giga being so much farther down the line than a Rex. But alright, let's do this really quickly. Let's chomp this guy up a little bit, get some bleed off on this so we can take care of this. Because I don't want them to wake up and instantly attack the Rex. Because its torpor is still going up, so we're good there. I'm keeping an eye on the torpor. I'm hoping this thing will go down soon. Oh yeah, its torpor still going way up. I think the residual torpor from the arrows are a lot better than the residual torpor from the trank darts. I gotta be careful here because it's getting close to going out. Oh, that's hitting the Rex too. Nope, that might kill it. That might be a big mistake. Oh no, I lucked out. I absolutely just lucked out right there. Bro, don't turn this way. Do not turn this way. Thank you. Are you gonna go to sleep? Please go to sleep. Please go to sleep. You gotta be close. Yeah, the residual torpor is a lot higher on the arrows than it is on the trank darts. Go to sleep. Thank you. And you being roughly the same level as the other one, I know you needed like 16, 17 pieces, so we're going to go, again, 2 over, probably going to go 17, just because of the fact. And if I did see that right, which I think I just did, I thought I just saw another Rex. So let's go take another look. Because that's another Rex right there now. It's a 135. That one should be okay. I don't believe anything's going to attack that either. There it is, another Rex. We'll level you. That's a 140 male. Okay, so this is the episode of the Rexes right now, guys. We're taming literally every single one we could see. Yeah, we're definitely going for this one too, because that's a 140 male. We have a 150 female. This is insane. We are trying to get all 3 of these. The stats on them have not been great. I'm not afraid to admit that. The stats have been kind of trash. Like, truthfully, they've been pretty bad. But we may want to try to get this just because. I'm trying to see in first person. Did I trap? No. I can't pick that up. I think I... Did it get out? Or is it stuck? Yeah, it got out. Dang it. I couldn't see the tree was in the way. Okay, so it got out the one side. We can eat some damage from this guy. This dude's doing no damage to us anyway. It's only got 18 points into melee. So we're not too worried about it. We just gotta get it to aggro on us again. I'd love for this tree to move. That would be ideally the best case scenario. Let's see if I can push this here. Let's see, can I go up this rock? Yes, I can. I think we have now trapped it. Booyah, we have now, in fact, trapped another T-Rex. Perfect. So let's sit here, take the time to shrink this guy out. .48. The residual torpor is what's going to be our best friend, like I said earlier. So let's just keep peppering it. I'll bring you guys back, because by the time I'm done shrinking this out, we should be able to go get the other Rex. The one over there should be awoken. So we'll go over and get that as well. But I'll bring you guys back momentarily. Alright guys, so we're back. We're waiting on the last Rex to tame. It should come out pretty decent. The first two we got, I just flew all the way over here and I was like, I'm just not even going to waste it. I'll fly all the way over here. This one came out really good. We ended up with 47 points into melee on the first one we found. That was the 150 female, so that's kind of really good. It started out, if I remember right, at 28, so that gave us 19 points into melee. I'm okay with that. The stam is at 45. That's really, really good as well. So I can take those two. This one, or the health, for more importantly, on this one kind of sucks. But this one, on the other hand, actually came out with some pretty decent health. Not great, per se. Would prefer closer to 10k to start, but 8,700 might have to do, depending on what this one comes out with. The only good stats this one has is the 43 into weight, so that's not even that great. So this one will probably get kicked to the side if this Rex here has higher health stat than this one. Granted, these are both females, so I'd have to breed them all with this one anyway, but either way, if this one doesn't have a higher health stat than this one, then this one's probably just going to be my pocket Rex that I carry with me at all times, and I just ride on this versus the Thyla anymore. Because this one has the good melee, if this one has good health, then we're golden. And we have everything we possibly need. I don't see this guy pushing more than 40 points into health, because I think it only has 24. It would need to get 19 points. Yeah, it only has 24. It would need to go like all of its points into health. It would need at least 16 points. That's the bare minimum that it would need to get to 40 points. But that would be great if we could get that. Do I see that? Probably not. But if we get that, I'm going to be really ecstatic, because that means it'll give us two really, really good Rexes. Only problem is they're both normal Rexes. They're not Arkologies. So theoretically, if I wanted to, I could breed the two good Rexes together, get the best stats, then breed it with the Arkology one, female, just to get a high-level Arkology baby with the best stats, and then just have an Arkology Rex versus normal. I may end up doing that. Haven't fully decided. We're going on over an hour's worth of recording time right now, just alone for this episode, because of how long it has taken for these Rexes to completely wake up. It's at 99.7. It is legitimately almost there. Do you have enough meat in you? Yes, you do. So it is almost done. It is legitimately right on the cusp of being done. I thought it was going to get one last feed, but it's probably not. So it's going to get probably 69 or 68 points. So it's going to come out like a 208 roughly. So just a little better than this one. I'm hoping the high health. I'm literally hoping for a 40 points in health. That would be absolutely ideal. Minimum of 40 with the 47 into melee. I don't know what Jace has for health on his, so we got to go take a look at that. I got to talk to him and see if we can breed them together possibly. But the 47 points into melee is going to be golden. I think he's on right now, so I might reach out to him in a minute. But let's just wait and see what this one comes out to when it's done. I thought it was finished and it was bugged, but it's not. It's at 99.7. And like I said, the Thorny Dragon, I still got to find something to do with it. I tamed it because I wanted it for wood gathering, which is probably what I'll use it for. But as of right now, I think we've got the legitimate boss beater we need in this Rex. So that's really, really good, and I'm excited to see that. We may still search, clearly. We're still going to keep looking, because if we find one with like high 30s in melee and then tame it, we could push 50. But if we can get something started like a baseline, I'm not going to complain about that. Because we're definitely going to need mutations to try to fight the Deathworm, because the Deathworm does have 400k health, the Alpha Deathworm World boss. And the Rock Golem has 400k health as well, so we're definitely going to need it. Here we go. You came out as a 209, so let's do this. Rex, and let's see what your stats are. 32, so you have even worse health than that one. Okay, so you are kind of trash, honestly. So yeah, we're definitely going to need another Rex. We're going to need another higher level male, unless if we can breed this health in with this one. Even that at 37 is not great, but thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys back here next time for more Ark Survival Ascended. You guys will know by the time the next video comes around if I ended up taming another Rex or if I just ended up going with the ones we have. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys then.